Hello, I am Pete Demar with Battery Research and Testing, and I will be narrating this session of our stationary battery maintenance tech tips. This is tech tip number 25, pressure checking VRLA cells. In this tech tip, we're going to explain why it is important to pressure check 2-volt VRLA cells when required. As is well understood, VRLA cells must be structurally intact to function properly and safely. In addition to their need to have no outside air getting into the cell, which accelerates the decay of the cell, also, a cell that is not structurally intact can allow an electrolyte path from inside the cell to the tray. This is not a good thing. We typically use 1 to 5 psi for this. The pressure we use depends upon the cell design, of course. The cell that you are seeing right now was one that we discovered during our first inspection on a UPS battery steel plant. This system was floating at 243 volts and had been in service for a little over 4 years when we first went there. The flag that got our tech's attention was that the internal ohmic reading for that cell was substantially worse than any of the other cells. So per our standard practice, he then performed a pressure check and got 0 pressure. Obviously, he tried multiple times and the answer was always the same. We recommended that the cell be replaced, of course, and when we did replace the cell, we had another first, as this was the first time we had ever seen such a creative attempted cover-up of a problem. As you can see, there was a substantial hole in the jar. We dug away some of the putty to better see the puncture. Since the hole in the jar had been filled with plumber's putty, we are assuming that the cell was dropped during installation and that the installation crew wanted to hide their mistake. So they filled the hole with putty. And luckily, they installed that cell with the hole facing upward. This had to have helped prevent a path to ground, which would eventually have occurred if it was on the bottom. Hopefully, this explanation on the value of pressure checking has been beneficial to you. If you are interested in knowing more about what we do or how we might be able to help you, please go to www.batteryresearch.com and look around. If you'd like to be notified when we release a new tech tip, please go to info@batteryresearch.com and tell us to notify you when we release a new one. Or if you just have a question on a stationary battery subject, just do the same. Oh yes, if you have any experiences or pictures of unusual things that you have found, please share them with us so that all of us in this industry can benefit each other. Also, please share these tech tips with anyone that you know that is involved in our line of work. Have a great day, stay safe, and stay healthy.